Hey peoples, Karina here coming to you with this video. As you see, the title is below. Got my cone incense working back there. Those of y'all that watched my videos from last year, y'all already know I love to burn incense in my videos. Pretty much always. But anywho, you see the title below, right? We need to get off into this. Okay, there's plenty of videos on YouTube. Some are legit, and then the other ones are like not so legit. But there's many ways that you can find out if you're actually a twin flame, or if you're in a twin flame relationship, or what the hell you got going on. So before watching this video or after watching this video, go and check that out. But I'm gonna go a little deeper with this one. And I don't even know how I want to start out by saying it, but I'm just going to go ahead and just go with the flow and let whatever has to be said be said. So here's the deal. You got some people who will run crying to a spellcaster, a root worker, and the like, or maybe they're doing this themselves. They'll go and say, oh, I want to put a love spell on this person. I think they, I'm in a relationship with them, but they keep leaving me and stuff. Check your facts. Make sure this person, if they're coming to you, make sure you do some type of a divination before you start any type of love work, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You actually got some folks out here. The reason why a lot of people have difficulties with love spells, a lot of difficulties with love spells, is because they're not being truthful. And what I mean by that is they may be going asking a caster, or maybe they sitting at home trying to do that shit they damn self, and don't even know the ins, the outs, the repercussions, the cause and effects of everything that go down. So before I do any type of work on anything for myself or anybody, I always try to look at what's going on the back end. And if I don't feel comfortable doing it, I'm not going to do it. I don't give a fuck how much you cry to me, beg to me, plead to me, or nothing like that. I just don't, because there's something that a lot of people out here doing this work don't understand. If you feel funny about doing the work for someone, like you have a high alert in your spirit, like, I feel like this is bullshit. I feel like this is bullshit. I don't give a fuck what they trying to offer you. Turn it down. You don't have to be desperate to get a client that you're willing to take on anybody's work. Okay? Because here's the deal. If I don't see that there is no way possible that this is going to get done, I'm not going to do it for the person. I'm not even going to give you a false hope. Some people have literally, knowingly put spells on other people's twin flames. Yes, it's true. That's why it's so hard for some to come into union, or stay in union for that matter. I think this video is going to go along the lines of the video that I made last year. One of the videos I made last year called Should You Be Friends with Your Ex? Go and watch their videos. Go and watch that video, and I think it's another one pertaining to that, being friends with the exes. Here's the deal. If you are somebody that you're going to is doing love work on somebody else that you know full and well is not your divine mate, that's not your divine masculine, not your divine feminine, you're going to reap a lot of shit, okay? It's like this. Just because you can do magic doesn't mean you should. You got karmics out here doing the most to try to fuck up shit for divine feminine. And when I say it like that, I mean this is mostly what I'm seeing. That is karmic females throwing spells on somebody else's divine masculine. And sometimes that shit ain't as easy to break off of them. Unless it's a blood bond. But a blood bond can be broken as long as you get the person away from the karmic. Make them discard of any items that maybe they have in their possession that belong to the karmic. Throw pictures away, break all contact, just totally get the fuck away. And cleanse the person. Now, if they go back, even if they lie and say they haven't been sneaking or seeing the person or talking to the person, you'll know that they're lying based upon the things that start manifesting in their life, okay? I done deep research before I even start putting my hand in anything, okay? Because nobody is above the universe. Nobody is above God. Like, I'm going to give you an example of things that a divine feminine may go through, do to a karmic bitch, or things that a divine masculine may go through behind a karmic bitch. Okay? I'm going to just tell you. Say the karmic has either went to a tarot reader or she's spiritually inclined herself. And because she doesn't want to let her ex go, keeps in contact and makes fake pages and watches your divine feminine. And she catches wind in the spirit and sees all the beautiful things coming in your life. And then so I'm going to tell you what they do. They watch you. They do everything. And then what they will do is they will do a your lover will hate you spell. They will put a blinder on your divine masculine to make them deaf, dumb, and stupid, to where they can't hear from spirit, or if they hear, they think it's their imagination. Okay? Confusion spell to make the divine masculine second guess his connection with his divine feminine. Or 4. Well, no, ain't no or. And 4. Because she sees what y'all union is. And she hates the divine feminine because she knows that she's the karmic and her time is running short. Another thing that she may do is start attempting to cast spells on the divine feminine with her reproductive organs, because she feels like, oh, okay, well, I can't stop them from being together in the spirit, but I can fuck up the body so she can't bear his children. Ha! Do you know if they talked about adopting children? And that's another thing. Sometimes these karmics be having these evil ass powers. Like, they'll astrally project into the orbit of the divine masculine and the divine feminine at the same time while they are talking. And they will cast spells on things that they've heard and saw between you two. Because they feel like, oh no, they're doing this plan, they're doing that plan, and I want to fuck it up. At some point, when the divine feminine finds out what you're doing, or the divine masculine, if you're doing something to make his dick not get hard or whatever, it's so many levels to that shit. If she does all that and not realizing that whether you do it or you got somebody else to do it, and you're doing that to somebody's divine mate, guess what's going to happen to you? What you're going to do by going around and attempting to put blood binds on something that is not yours, you're going to create a generational curse that'll could go down to your child, your adult child, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, to where they can't bear children or have difficulties. Somebody down that bloodline going to end up having difficulties conceiving a child. Now, also, there are some casters, female casters. If you look at their life and you hear what they talk about and everything like that, and they be like, well, nope, didn't have any kids, didn't want any. That's a lie. A lot of times women that say that, and I've heard it from a woman before that used to say that a lot until she actually became pregnant, and then she revealed that the reason she always said that was to keep a guard up because she knew that she was having problems having kids. However, she was out here casting spells on people's divine feminines to fuck up their reproductive organs so that they cannot have these children for their divine masculine, with their divine masculine. They basically fucked around and cursed their own body. So you got that money and stuff, but I know it hurts you to walk into the baby section of any big department store yearning for a child that you can't have because you yourself have put a blood curse on yourself by doing blood work on a divine feminine when she's not fucking with you. Okay? That's what it is. Because sometimes they got men out here that can't have kids. You got women out here who can't have kids. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at that. Maybe they might say, I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know nothing about that. What did your grandmother do? What did your great-grandmother do? You need to find out what kind of things they were involved in, because that type of stuff don't just happen. Our bodies were made to do certain things, and when our bodies cannot do certain things, sometimes there's other things attached to it. There's always a deeper reason behind everything. And I get a little leery when I hear people say, well, I feel funny about doing this love work for this person, but they still decide to do it anyway. And then tell a divine, not the divine feminine, they'll tell the karmic, well, he's for you, but there's some blockages. And what that worker is not telling the karmic is that they're going to show them the work that they're doing to bring the love to them. However, they're not going to show the karmic the shit they have to do on the backside, the fuckery they have to do on the backside, okay? Like, they will try and they'll be sitting there putting confusion spells on the divine masculine to make him hate his divine feminine. Like, they'll get behind the back scenes. They see and they know in the spirit. They'll do that. And then as they see that the working is not progressing as it should be, or they get what they want, and then they see that the divine feminine keeps attracting her divine masculine back to her just purely out of love, or maybe she's doing protection work on him as well if she knows how to guard his mind, and you're fighting with that. So now you got to negotiate with the karmic and tell him, hey, well, you know what? There's so many obstacles. How about we just do a spell to bring love to you, period. Something that's better than what you want. Here's the thing. If that has to be an option, then on some level, and I'm not going to say all the time, on some level, the person doing the spell knows that they're conducting a spell against a divine feminine for a karmic. And they know it's wrong, but they want the money anyway. And a lot of people will sit there and say, I don't do for the money. I don't do for the money. Sometimes when greed kicks in, you don't know what you're going to do. But you got to stop and think about how that could affect your life or whatever like that. Or if you putting confusion spells on somebody's divine masculine or blood bonding them to the karmic, then what you're going to create, you may not manifest like real, like a lot of different fuckeries like out in the open that you can see. But what you will be manifesting is maybe your husband might come home one day and look at you and can't stand the sight of you. That's one sign of your spells like backfiring on you. Now, the karmic may have gotten what she wants, but because you are the one that casted the spell, the karmic ends up getting a blood curse, a blood binding generational curse, because you did the work for them, and then you end up getting like some type of something in your body that's like really fucked up because of what you've done to somebody else. See, you have to think about these things before you start doing workings on somebody. If that is not the person's divine mate, and you know and you see in your cards that this person that they're attempting to want to get the work done on does not belong to them in the spirit, guess what? Spirit gonna get your ass. It doesn't matter how you word it, how you say it, how you look at it, how you think about it. Divine feminines, a lot of this is what's going on to the divine masculine. He may have treated you like a queen at first, and then all of a sudden starts looking for shit to do. And this right here, divine masculines, if you watching this, if you know you have a divine feminine and you are actively keeping pictures of the karmic, be it on your Facebook, be it in your wallet, be it on your wall, on your dresser, in a picture frame, let me let you know something. You are actively feeding the blood bond that the karmic has placed on you. You can get free from that. If you feel like, I don't even love this person, why am I keeping these pictures? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? And you've talked to your divine feminine about this person and told them all types of nasty shit about the karmic. Now that should make you wonder, what is the divine masculine telling the karmic about you? Okay. And then a lot of times you could tell if they've talked, because like when a divine masculine like starts to fight the spell that the karmic has placed on him, then it's like a trigger thing. It's almost like karmics can harness divine masculine's energy. If she knows how to tap into his spiritual gifts that he does not know that he has, she could take those, mingle it with hers, and whoop your ass. But you can't be sitting there all weak, divine feminine. Don't fucking cry and be like, well, I don't know, I'm just going to pray to Jesus. No, we're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be doing that. Ask me how many people that I've seen that are like sitting there crying, praying, waiting. I've heard to where people say they've been alone for 10 years or longer waiting on their twin flame. I'm not going to do that shit. I am definitely not going to do that shit. I'm able to contact minds. However, there are some things that when you see it, you got to back away. Now, I know this video is going to have a part 2 to this. So let me just go ahead and wrap this up so I can get started on part 2. Because there's much more to say about this. Much, much more. And I'm going to give you an illustration with something that I have right here.